Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Gonna be doing a pretty sizable giveaway here. Got 3 different Humble bundles to give away, so yes, there will be 3 separate winners for this giveaway. I'll explain the rules to entry and exactly what bundles I'll be giving away, but Humble has been hooking me up with a lot of bundles. I'm not gonna be using them myself, so I'll be giving them out to my viewers. Also, outside of that, I have something that a lot of you guys might have missed. A Steam game has gone free to play, and it's a pretty interesting platformer. It was released all the way back in 2015, came out to little fanfare. However, now it's available for free, and it'll be free forever. So even if you don't get it now or you don't get it a month from now, it is free forever based on what the developer said. Also, I want to take a look at the system requirements for Crackdown 3, a game that has had an absolutely insane development cycle. We'll be going through that really quick, and then I want to talk a little bit about Final Fantasy 15. That game has gotten its impending DLC canceled, and the future of Final Fantasy as a franchise is really in flux right now, so I'll be talking all about that at the end of this video. First of all, I'll go through the giveaway real quick. Specifically, I'll be giving away a month of Humble Monthly, so right now the early unlocks are Metal Gear Solid 5 and Cities Skylines. The rest of the bundle will unlock in the first Friday of December. And then I also have a Humble Warner Brother Games Classics bundle that included Batman Arkham Knight as well as a couple other titles. A really good bundle, one of the best Humble bundles in recent memory. And then I also have a Humble Day of the Devs bundle, and that was pretty good as well. It included games like Hyper Light Drifter, Yooka-Laylee, Hyper Light Drifter 2, and a couple of other titles. So how is this gonna work? Well, put a comment in the comment section down below saying something like, "This is my entry," and then you can continue if you want to leave a comment for the video as well. Reacting to it, you could do that as well, but that'll give me the idea of you being entered. And then I'm going to pick a giveaway winner on Twitter, so make sure you head on over to Twitter and follow me. I think I'm going to be doing the majority of giveaways over there, so make sure you're followed to me on Twitter at CultOfMush1. It also updates whenever I do upload a video, considering YouTube's notification systems are bugged sometimes. That's a great platform to keep up to date with me. So again, I'll be picking winners one by one, and I imagine the first winner will want to pick Humble Monthly, the second winner Warner Brother Games, and then the third winner will pick the Day of the Devs bundle. However, I will be doing it one at a time, so the first winner can have his pick of the 3, the second winner can pick from the remaining 2, and the last winner is just gonna get the spares. Hey, it's a free giveaway for you guys, so nothing really to complain about. Again, entry is super easy. Go ahead, follow me on Twitter, leave a comment, and that's all you gotta do. So let's move on to some other things in the video. First of all, a game has quietly gone absolutely free on Steam, and I want to give a shout to that. The game was put out by one person in James Meerman, and it's a game called Enyo Arcade. It's an action 2D platformer with 16 unique enemy types, high quality sub-pixel art at 60 frames per second, tight and responsive controls, no holding hands and leading the way, movement focused on jumping, atmospheric audio visuals, and then it does have Steam achievements and Steam trading cards. The game, I believe, was priced at $12.99, but as of November 5th, it has gone absolutely free, so you can just add it to your library and play. It kind of looks like an old school platformer, a retro look to it. Again, released all the way back in 2015, and it only has 51 user reviews. It has it pegged at mostly positive at 72%. So check it out, you got nothing to lose, and you can get some trading cards and Steam achievements as well. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. Moving on from that, Crackdown 3 will be hitting Xbox One and PC in February of 2019. This game has just had an insane development cycle. I believe it was originally set to release in like 2015 or 2016, and then it just got delayed. Thankfully, the game will be a part of Microsoft's Game Pass program, so not a gigantic investment to actually play the game. And as always, it will be available on PC through the Windows Store, and the system requirements for the title have been revealed, so let's go through them real quick. Minimum requirements have it pegged with an Intel Core i5-3470 or an AMD FX 6300, a GTX 750 Ti, and an R7 260X for the GPUs. Over at the recommended side of things, you're looking at an Intel Core i5-4690 and an AMD FX 8350. And then on the GPU, you're looking at a GeForce GTX 970 or a GTX 1060, R9 290X, or an RX 480, so actually kind of lower end. I would expect this game to be a little bit more difficult to run, and by the way, the recommended RAM is also 8GB, so 8GB for minimum and recommended. I was a big fan of the first Crackdown game. I know a lot of people just bought that game to get into the Halo 3 beta, but I think everyone would agree that once you actually played the first Crackdown, it was a really good game. Then we got Crackdown 2, that game wasn't as good, and honestly, I'm not expecting great things from Crackdown 3, just because when games are in development for this long, when games have to go through as many hurdles as Crackdown 3 did, usually they don't turn out too great, but we shall see. Again, it'll be available as a part of the Game Pass program, so you're not paying $60 for the game. It's a part of the $10 a month subscription. You'll get games like Forza Horizon 4, you'll get upcoming Microsoft releases like Halo Infinite, Gears 5, existing games like Gears of War 4, so Game Pass on PC is becoming a pretty good service, and getting games like Horizon 4 and Crackdown 3 make it even better. Let's just hope Crackdown 3 is at least a decent game. Lastly, lastly, I want to talk about some crazy news that has come out about Final Fantasy 15. I know PC gamers and Final Fantasy, it really doesn't go hand to hand. I think Final Fantasy is more associated as a console experience, but FF15 on PC has become a notable PC game, especially when you're talking about testing it. It's a graphically intensive game, and it's a very pretty game as well that we thought was going to continue to be supported. We thought more DLC was coming for the title with new episodes, and today was the second anniversary of the game's original release, and they held a special live stream. You would think that a lot of positive news would come out about the game, but no, what they announced was that a bunch of the DLC has been canceled. Episode Ariana, Episode Lunafreya, and Episode Noctis have all been canceled. Episode Arden will still be released, and then the director for Final Fantasy 15, Hajime Tabata, has resigned from Square Enix. All of this was announced on the second anniversary stream. When do you have a second anniversary stream, an anniversary stream at all, and you announce all this negative news? Now, I do have to say they did show off a new trailer, but still, as a longtime Final Fantasy fan, this is real troubling news for Square Enix and Final Fantasy going forward. We know the FF7 remake is in the works. I know that game is going to do incredibly well commercially, but really the development of Final Fantasy 15 has been a pretty big mess, going back to 2006 when it was announced as Final Fantasy Versus 13, the game taking 10 years to officially be released. I thought the fact that Square Enix finally got the game out and they continued to release more and more content, a lot of it being paid content. This content was to be paid, but they did release Comrades, a multiplayer expansion for the game, absolutely free. I thought Final Fantasy 15 was actually developing into something, but it looks like at this point Square Enix just has to cut their losses with the game. I'm sure they've invested so much money into the title, and I guess at this point, from Square Enix's vantage point, why continue bleeding out money with the title? Let's just end it where we stand. But this is coming off of the news that Square Enix has lost a lot of money recently. As a publisher, you really have to wonder where they're at. It looks like Shadow of the Tomb Raider didn't do all too well from a commercial standpoint. Square Enix has been one of my longtime favorite publishers, but right now from a business standpoint, they have a lot of things to work out. Hopefully Kingdom Hearts 3 can at least do pretty well. I'm sure it will, but that's another title that they've poured a lot of money into, and they need to hit a certain sales threshold to actually recoup their investment. So that's going to be another very interesting story to follow, but really unfortunate news with FF15. A game that I know had a mixed reception, but I was a pretty big fan of it, but now it looks like the experience has been cut short. And that is going to conclude this video, guys. Again, I'm giving out Humble Monthly, Humble Warner Brothers Games Classic Bundle, and Humble Day of the Devs. 3 separate winners. The first winner will have his or her choice. Second winner can pick from what's left, and then the third winner will just get the spare bundle that's left. But all 3 bundles are really good, so I don't think there's any losing out if you do end up a winner. All of the winners will be announced through Twitter, and I will reply to your comments, so you're given a notification. You'll have 24 hours to respond, and then I'll hit you up with the key. It's pretty simple. I've done giveaways like this before, and it's the easiest way for me to do it. And again, as far as my Twitter goes, CultOfMush1, whenever I upload a video, there's a tweet that's sent out, and considering YouTube is kind of wonky with their updates and notifications sometimes, Twitter is a great way to keep in track of my updates. Make sure you hit that bell button too. That helps out a lot. And again, Enyo Arcade free right now on Steam. Crackdown 3 system requirements have been revealed, and the Final Fantasy 15 experience has been cut short. If you guys have a request for a future video, as always, you can leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. This video is brought to you by SCDKey's Halloween sale, where they have a ton of discounts on a wide variety of games and software. Deals include Windows 10, Office, and more, seeing steep discounts, and using the code CM1 will offer you additional discounts. Of course, they also have deals on games as well, including titles such as PUBG, Ark Survival Evolved, and more, and with the code CM2, you'll save an additional 3% on games. Not only that, SCDKeys is giving out 100 Halloween gifts every day, and all customers will have a chance to get a game key or a promotional code during the event. On top of the SCDKey Halloween sale, they generally have pretty good deals across all games and software, and remember to use both the promo codes in CM1 and CM2 to get additional savings. All the information will be in the description box down below, so check that out.